A few days ago, I stumbled on a platform where a couple of people were arguing and criticizing people from Nigeria that spend a lot of money to come to the abroad on whatever visa, especially COS. And when they get to the abroad, they become stranded and start looking for money or begging for money, begging for help and things like that. And someone said, if you know you cannot cope, why do you have to spend all your money to come to the UK and start becoming a burden to people and to the system? And the other one said, how could you spend thousands of pounds and on getting here you don't have any other money to survive on, and so on and so forth. When I hear or watch people argue or take this direction of argument, I just smile. And to me, I would say perhaps they've not really experienced both sides of life. If you have experienced both sides of life, you will understand that life is full of uncertainty. Those people that spend thousands of pounds on COS to travel out of Nigeria or out of Kenya or out of any other country to the UK, they did not envisage, they did not anticipate to be stranded. They did not plan to be stranded. It is never their wish to be stranded. And that is why, another one said, you have to be sure that you can afford it. Yes, we know that. Yes, we know you have to be sure that you can afford it. But there is something about being under duress. You can make any kind of promise when you're under duress. I will give you an example. Okay, this person wants to arrange a visa for you or documents to travel abroad. You want to travel and they've charged you. You believe that, okay, when I get there, I'll do some kind of work. I'll be able to manage myself, raise some fund and make some money and pay back. Then things didn't work out the way you planned and you become stranded. Not by choice, but by force. Let me ask you a question. Imagine you are drowning at sea. You're drowning. You're about to die. You have about 10 seconds to die. And there is somebody outside, maybe around the shores, saying to you, I can save you. I can save you if you're ready to pay me. And this person has a rope. This person has a life jacket. This person has everything it takes to save you. But this person doesn't want to save you. But this person wants you to commit to making a payment. And this person is charging you a ridiculous amount. Let's say this person is charging you $10 million to save you. What would you do? Would you engage in negotiation to say, oh, I don't have up to 10 million pounds or $10 million or 10 million naira. Let's do it for $500. Please save my life. Yes, of course. Your first temptation would be to negotiate. What if, as soon as you start negotiation, this person turns around and start walking away from you? Now you have about 6 seconds to save your life, 6 seconds to die. The more you negotiate, the more your time of death draws nearer. What would you do? Trust me, 9.9%, or would I say 9.5 people, there is nothing like half, but I'm just using that half, will agree to whatever amounts. Even if that person says $100 million, just come and save me. Come, I'll pay. You could just come, save me. I'll pay you, no problem. Then after being saved, now you are on the dry land. That is when you now have a kind of power to negotiate, isn't it? And that is the time you start saying, please, please. That is exactly the situation for so many people that traveled out of their country into the UK. Some people cross the desert, some pass through Mediterranean Sea, some people, whatever means. For the fact that you are lucky enough, you did not go through this means, doesn't mean you should just cross your legs and criticize and castigate anybody. Why can't you plan properly? Why can't you do this? My dear, you can plan everything you want to plan, and your plans will just come crumbling in your own very own eyes. So, sometimes it's good to put some things aside and try to put yourself in that person's shoe. It's called empathy. Anyway, this is not me trying to justify whoever that wants to travel and not making adequate plan. It's good to make plans, but be kind.